10864. Stations your final time cue will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Mark, 15 seconds until airtime.
The following is a presentation of Learfield. Welcome to Duck Insider.
Our whole athletic department, there's a level of expectations of success.
Throw, catch, touchdown, Oregon.
He can run and slam.
This is back out for a three. Left wing is good.
In the air to center, back at the wall. It's out of here.
Really excited that we get to rep our Ducks and hopefully come back to Eugene with some championships.
Indoor track and field national champion. And for the fourth time in the last 6 years, the Ducks are Pac-12 champions.
We have so many teams that are excelling right now, and it's really fun to be a part of.
Give it to me, baby. My house. I'm taking it there.
This is Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield, presented by On Point Community Credit Union. Better banking, local solutions. Live from the Country Financial Studio, here's Joey Mack.
A nice win for Oregon men's basketball last night. A great win for Oregon softball to kick off their season. Women's basketball against Oregon State tonight, and a whole slew of Oregon action this weekend, including also the start of Oregon lacrosse season and another home men's basketball game at 1 o'clock against the Cal Golden Bears. 12:30 pregame, 1 o'clock tip-off time at Matthew Knight Arena. I'll have the call on the Oregon Sports Network, Pac-12 Network for the TV broadcast. And then we're watching Oregon softball here right now. They got a 2-0 lead over CSUN in the top of the fourth. We'll keep you up to date on that as you're live in the 1 o'clock hour. Oregon softball already in game 2 following a career night for McKenna Thermos in the circle for Oregon softball last night. We're going to hear about that coming up. Men's basketball, though, a really nice first half. We're going to hear from Dane Altman, going to hear from Davion Harmon. The women are still one of the top 16 seeds in the latest bracket reveal. If the tournament started yesterday, the Ducks would be the number 16 overall seed. We'll talk about that. Also today, women's golf head coach Derek Radley is going to join us. The spring season begins on Monday for Oregon women's golf. We're going to talk about the Jake, the new facility that is coming soon for the Oregon golf programs. Derek Radley going to join us coming up in just a little while here in the Country Financial Studio. And if we have some time, we'll continue to talk about this Oregon football staff. We did a ton of interviews, about 2.5 hours worth of interviews with the Oregon assistant coaches and the Oregon football support staff and head coach Dan Lanning. We're going to have those interviews sprinkled in for you still continuing over the next few weeks. Really nice first half, though, and then second half got a little bit interesting for the Ducks, and I'll be honest, I was having flashbacks to just a week ago when the Ducks, less than a week ago, had a tough matchup with Utah in the second half. Got a little too close for comfort. Got a little too close for comfort last night, too, I think, at times for Dane Altman and his squad. But the rim protection early, outstanding. Coach Altman said heading into this game that after not blocking a shot against Colorado or against Utah on their last road trip, they wanted to set the tone defensively inside on this homestand. The Ducks did that. I thought early on, Dante, Kepnong, and one of the best blocks that I've seen all year came from Quincy Guerrier last night. Went up with two hands, met a man in the air, blocked the shot, and I'll tell you, it looked like a joust at the net in volleyball. That's the way that Quincy Guerrier got up, and it was great defense. One of the better plays, I think, that we've seen all year from Quincy Guerrier and the Ducks. And Tobias saying he thinks Guerrier was the X factor in the win against Stanford. I agree. I think he's the X factor for the Ducks in a lot of games moving forward. Ducks, though, did go ice cold there in the second half. They missed 9 straight field goals. Now, all right, couple things there. One, Oregon was leading 32-24 at half. Defense was solid. They rebounded pretty well. And they were leading 32-24 at half, and there were no points on the box score from Will Richardson. I mean, if your leading scorer isn't scoring at halftime and you're winning a game, I think you'll take it. Well, Will ended up scoring 12 second-half points, and he's the one that ended that streak of 9 straight misses by Oregon basketball. Tell you what, that's just what good players do, right? Good players, even when they're having an off night, when the team needs a bucket, Will Richardson still got the Ducks a bucket. And then he ended up scoring 12 points in the last 10 minutes or so of the game. He didn't score for the first 3 quarters of the game, and then scored 12 in the really put-away time as the Ducks then recaptured or lost the lead. They rebuilt their lead and ultimately won the game against Stanford. That's what good players do. I think that's what team leaders do. That's what Will Richardson did last night. Keep finding ways to win. That's what the Ducks did. And we said going into it, right? We kind of joked about this on the Quack Minute if you saw it on the Oregon basketball social media from me and Rob Mosley. We talked about, like, if you're a glass half full guy, the Ducks found a way to win against Utah, but there's some correctable things that made it a little closer than the Ducks would have liked it to be. If you're a glass half empty guy, you're like, man, I don't care that the Ducks won. They got to be better. They got to improve. They got to be better. Well, I think ultimately a blend of those two mentalities is where you need to be. That's where the coaches were. Coach Altman said that. Really happy the Ducks found a way to win against Utah, but things to improve on. Similar. Really happy they found a way to win against Stanford. Still some things to improve on. One of those statistics that really sticks out to me, the Ducks got out-rebounded by 7 in this game, 37-30. Now, second chance points, Coach Altman said, was going to be a huge key. The Ducks actually won that category 12-8. Then we also talked a lot about turnovers. Stanford is the worst in the conference in turnover margin. Ducks turned them over a ton in the first half. They didn't turn them over as much in the second half. And I thought that was honestly a big difference in the second half. Stanford took much better care of the basketball, only 4 second-half turnovers, but 17 total in the game. Felt like Oregon should have been able to generate more than 14 points off turnovers. But, hey, we're nitpicking. Isn't it nice that we can sit here and nitpick a team that picked up its 9th Pac-12 win last night, and the Ducks have a impressive third-place standing in the Pac-12. Actually, second-place standing in the Pac-12 right now. UCLA and Oregon are tied at 9-3. Ducks currently own the tiebreaker with the Bruins. Arizona's still running away with the conference, though. They might be a 1 seed. They might be the number 1 overall seed, depending on how things shake out. They're 11-1 in conference. UCLA, after the results last night, tied with the Ducks. They're going to play at USC coming up on Saturday. USC is right behind Oregon and UCLA at 9-4 in Pac-12 play. Washington State, Oregon's next opponent after Cal on Monday, is 14-8 overall and 7-4 in Pac-12 play. So the Ducks still got to take care of business down the stretch, but they found a way to win. Still got out-rebounded and won. Will Richardson doesn't score in the first half. You still win the game. And Davion Harmon with just a career day. A season-high 21 points, 8 of 15 shooting. He was red-hot early, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. And then I thought N'Faly Dante played really well throughout the game, but particularly early on. Dante with 12 points and 7 rebounds. And then talking about Guerrier, 6 rebounds, 7 points, efficient 3 of 6 from the floor. All good numbers for the Ducks. Got to keep it up. They got to keep it up at 1 o'clock coming up at Matthew Knight Arena on Saturday when the Ducks take on the Cal Golden Bears. Here's how it sounded. Some of the highlights for you from last night's 68-60 win over Stanford.
We want more. We want more. We want too hard for this, man. They're hard. Give me 40 minutes, man. That's how we want it. I was sharp. Sharp and warm. Let's get ready. 1, 2, 3,
They've got Stanford here tonight to begin a 3-game homestand, and this is a game that, frankly, Oregon needs to win if they want to realize their postseason dreams. Now to Dante. Left block, low post, backing his man down, spins with his shoulder and lays it in. Near the left wing and to Young. Dribbling with his right hand between his legs a couple times. Pulling up for 3. Got it! Now Richardson helped from a screen. Left side of the lane. Passes to the corner, and the 3 is good from Harmon. Just snuck that over the rim. Taking it in the lane. Harmon using that quick step. He hops in and scores. Dante backing a man down. Dante inside. Scores it. Continuing to show that touch. Now Richardson to Soares for 3. Hits it. Left wing knocks it down. Now Richardson going in. Misses the lay-in. Tipped in by Dante. 10 points for N'Faly. 6th already. Total rebound for Dante. Now Young underneath. Dante! Don't! Bounce pass underneath, and N'Faly Dante flushes it. Richardson spins into the lane. He will score. First points for Will Richardson. Give to Harmon. Takes a dribble, fires a long 2, bounces off the front of the rim. Rebound, Guerrier, back up, he scores. Screen, he rolls. Now Richardson, step back 3. Yeah! Richardson getting it going in the second half. Ducks defend home court. A win they had to get, and they get it. 68-60. Ducks over the Cardinals. Good work by the Ducks. Keep up the winning ways. They're sitting at 16-7. They're now 10-3 at home, and they only have 1 loss in this calendar year. It was that blip on the radar at home against Colorado. They got them back, beating them in Boulder for the first time, And the Ducks, similarly, after dropping a close one to Stanford earlier in the year, they got them back this time at home. And the Ducks winning the games they need to win. Now they need to take care of business against a Cal team that on paper they should beat. We're going to hear from Dana Altman coming up. It's Duck Insider presented by On Point Community Credit Union. More coming up in the Country Financial Studio next on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear winter, you can't stop a new 2022 Toyota. No matter the weather, the Camry all-wheel drive comes out to play. Snowy hills don't stand a chance against the RAV4, and everyone's comfy in the Highlander. See you in the snow. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
After 2 years of construction, my wife and I finally moved into our dream home. So when a bathtub fixture broke, causing major water damage, I was glad we had the home insurance protection we needed. How do you know your home is protected? Talk to a Country Financial rep like me, Nick Simon. We can help you understand your options and select coverages to meet your needs. Then if something happens to your home, you won't have any surprises. Need the right coverage for your home but not sure where to start? Visit TakeSimpleSteps.com or contact a local Country representative.
Dear winter, you can't stop a new 2022 Toyota. No matter the weather, the Camry all-wheel drive comes out to play. Snowy hills don't stand a chance against the RAV4, and everyone's comfy in the Highlander. See you in the snow. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Your daily dose of Oregon athletics. This is Duck Insider from Learfield.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back on Duck Insider, presented by On Point Community Credit Union. Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio. Oregon men's basketball getting it done last night. A 68-60 win over Stanford, keeping pace, tied for second in the Pac-12 standings. Dana Altman, I think, some things to learn from, but the Ducks found a way to win. Let's hear from Coach Altman postgame.
Dana, they make those threes at the end and suddenly have another chance to work on kind of end of game, closing one out. Do you feel like you executed better in this one down the stretch?
I thought the movement was good. Eric did a good job getting it in. I thought the guys did a good job. Movement was pretty good. Hit our free throws. So, I thought we handled it all right. We messed up a couple switches, which gave them a couple threes, but I thought we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, Dana, you guys had that 14-point lead, and they got it down to 3. And on a night when Will's not playing well, shooting the ball at least, just your thoughts on being able to get the lead back up to 10 and just what went right for you guys?
What went wrong is, they got a bunch of shots at the rim, and a couple offensive rebound putbacks. We missed some good opportunities. We hurried a couple shots inside. I thought Eric had a really good look. Waldo made a good move and hurried a shot. So I thought we hurried a few in there, especially when we had a chance to get to the line. But, again, the rebounding margin, got up to 11 at one point. We got that 14-point lead and it was 1. And then when they made their run, they pushed it all the way to 11, I believe. So it ended up 7 up. So a lot of second chance points there. And, that gave them a little burst.
Dana, you guys have been so reliant on Will and Jacob, especially, you're undefeated when they lead you in scoring. How important was tonight to the big picture when, on a night where neither one of them really have it until Will closes out there, that Davion and Folly could carry you for 30-plus minutes and that you guys could show that, particularly against a team like Stanford who plays the way they do stylistically?
Yeah, I thought and Foley gave us a big lift tonight, and was much more active. I thought Frank closed it pretty good there with some defense and rebounding. I thought Quincy had a good second half. Thought he got a lot more active and got active on the boards. On a night we didn't shoot it well, really overall. I thought we had some good looks that we didn't hit. And, I thought we did a good job. But no, Davion had a good shooting game. Didn't like his turnovers. He had a bad first half there with some bad turnovers, but he shot the ball well.
Yeah, and Foley mentioned that you're wanting to see more block shots out of him. Just how happy were you with him tonight, kind of on that end of the floor, and kind of how active he was defensively?
Well, I thought he got us started. He blocked one early, and I thought he was active. He did a lot of good things. I thought he was much better. I mean, he had a very productive 18 minutes. We were a plus 10 in those minutes. So, I thought he did a good job. And whether it's 20 minutes that he plays or 25, his activity is really important to us.
Yeah, Dana, just get your thoughts on Will's game tonight and him just sticking to it and still coming up and having a big final 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I thought he did a good job of staying with it. He didn't hit a shot the first half and struggled to start the second half. And, when you got that much experience, you just got to keep playing. And, again, he didn't shoot well, but he had 6 assists, no turnovers. So, you got to get involved in other ways. And then he got a couple big rebounds late, good block outs, and went and got it. So, and then versus the press, he went and got the ball and was strong with it. So, although he didn't shoot the ball well, he did a lot of other things I thought pretty good.
Yeah, Coach, you had Davion featured as the point of attack defender on that press. What are some things that he brings to the table to help stop that Stanford offense being at the point of the press?
Well, his activity is pretty good. He's got pretty good feet. He is a good defender. We move a lot of people around on the front end of the press, depending on, what we're trying to accomplish. But he did a lot of good things defensively. I thought he just had a good game. Like I said, if you'd have taken away 3 of those turnovers of the 4, I just thought he got a little careless with it there the first half.
And is it a confidence booster for this team to see that they can score and win against a good team when Will's not having at least a good scoring night for you guys?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think the guys lack confidence. I think they, lack some ball movement sometime and some execution. But I don't think anybody lacks confidence. But it was good to see Foley play good. And I thought Frank did a good job. The 2 of them were 6 for 7 from the field. Between the 2 of them, and Foley had 7 rebounds. Frank had 4. We had 11 rebounds out of that spot. Frank blocked 2 shots, and Foley, blocked 1. We had a couple of turnovers in that spot, but you take those away. I thought those 2 guys really gave us a good compliment. We messed up a couple switches with them, but we just got to keep eliminating defensive mistakes, and we got to get tougher on the boards.
Tougher on the boards has been a common theme for this Oregon men's basketball team. And, I think that a lot of the shots, I'll be honest, that Stanford had in this game that kicked long, I felt like there were only a couple of those, bad luck rebounds, for lack of a better phrase. But, man, against Utah, there were a few of those when they were just hucking up threes there toward the end. I think that rebounding, though, is going to be a big key for this Oregon team. And looking at the stats here today, getting ready for the Cal game, Oregon is now plus 0.9 in rebounding margin. I don't remember a Dana Altman Oregon team that was lower than plus 1 in rebounding margin on the season. I'm going to have to go back and look, but I think that is the next step for this Oregon team. Davion Harmon had a great conversation post-game talking with the media. He went through a number of different things, talked with the media for over 9 minutes. Davion Harmon, after what was his best performance shooting-wise for the Ducks, got to limit those turnovers, though. He had 4 of them. And I think what's going to stick out to him is that he was scoring at a high clip. I think he was 4 or 5 from the floor with 12 points, and that's when he had the back-to-back possessions with some bad turnovers. Consistency is still what this Oregon team is looking for, and maybe that's one of the best examples we can give. Even in a win, you can get more consistent. Davion Harmon talking with the media postgame.
Obviously, a night where Will didn't really get going until the last 10 minutes, but between your production outside and the bigs and the post, it seems like you guys were really able to weather that. It feel good to feel like, even on a night your leading scorer doesn't have his most prolific night, but you guys can still get enough offense and then get it done at the other end to get a win?
I mean, that's why we have a lot of guys that can score, right? Looking at the stat sheet, I mean, we got a lot of guys that can, that can get a bucket. Like Will still had 12, but he also had 6 assists and 0 turnovers. So it tells how much he affects the game in other areas. And y'all are so used to, that's why you asked me that question, because y'all are so used to him scoring at least, 15 plus, 18 plus. But, not every night is like that. And he affected the game in other areas, and that's what we pointed out in the locker room when coach was talking after the game. So just continue to build, take care of home court, and most importantly is that we got the win.
Yeah, Davion, coach is putting you on the front line of that press at the end of the game or towards the end of the second half. What does that do to help you get into your rhythm and help, prevent Stanford from coming back?
I think me and Jacob are really on the top most of the times. I was on the top the most tonight. That's just me just trying to put energy, on the ball, man. Trying to, control the tempo, especially when the game is going like that. It's real gritty towards the end. So that was pretty much my job. They actually that was like one of the few teams or maybe the only team that they have their point guard taking it out in that standpoint. You know what I mean? So we're able to, if he throws in, I'm sure y'all saw that I would kind of deny him the ball back and try to make, Harrison, or they would throw it into 22, make them handle the ball, and then we just man up from there. But our energy was good. Gotta do better on the boards, but overall, I think we played really well.
Davion, you've had 20-point games before. You took over games last season at Oklahoma. We hadn't seen you have to do that so far here. What has that adjustment been like for you to where you're not necessarily the top 1 or 2 guy from a scoring perspective? Because that is an adjustment. You were the guy before, and here it's a different kind of role. How have you adapted to that? And then on a night like tonight where you do take over, what does that mean to you? What do you think that means to your teammates when it shows that you too can lead this team and be a third option that can really carry a team here in big games?
I mean, I think I'm a really good basketball player. I mean, I can put the ball in the cup. I guess tonight was my night, as y'all would say, but I've been doing this for a long time. So I'm sorry to say, I don't know. I don't think it's nothing new to me. Maybe new to y'all, but it ain't nothing new to me. So, I mean, it don't matter who's having the best night. It don't matter who's having an off night. As long as we win, that's all that matters. And I had the night tonight. Will's had nights. I've had other nights. Like, I don't know if you point out one game. I've had a few games, like this. Jacob's had games like this. So Q's had a game like this. So I wouldn't go 1, 2, 3, 4th option. I think whoever, you have so many guys that can go get a bucket, you go get a bucket, you'll get a bucket, right? So I wouldn't put it in that category.
They make those threes at the end, and suddenly it's another late game, close game situation that you got to try to close out. Do you feel like you guys executed better in that situation than at Utah, for instance? And anything in particular you feel like you did better?
Yeah, we kept control of the ball, right? We had no turnovers. I didn't have a turnover in the end. We did a good job, and we knew that they would foul, so we were a lot stronger. And we learned. I mean, we won last game, and we learned from that win. And you can learn from wins, you can learn from losses. So we took that away, and have y'all, just like y'all saw it. I mean, we handled that situation a lot better. We handled those last couple minutes a lot better. And Will knocked down free throws. He knocked down a few. He was 5 for 5 tonight. You know what I mean? So he knocked down those last 4. And it was good, man. It was perfect. That's how we have to finish out games if we want to win and if we want to go deep. Along with rebounding, we got to do better on defensive rebounds for sure. Keeping them off the boards, but I mean, we hit free throws and we finished out the game and we got to win. And we got to put this one behind us and get ready for Cal, who just came off a big win. So it's game after game, one game at a time, and just keep on. Well, just like Coach says, just swing away, bend your knees, swing away.
Davion, can you put into context just the importance of Dante and Frank having nights like tonight on both ends and just why that's important for the overall team's play?
I mean, they're both 7 foot, big, strong. When they're playing like that, I think our team stays in rhythm. They're protecting the rim. That's what coach has been emphasizing in practice. You know, we're not, even in practice, we're not calling like goaltends and stuff like that. We're letting them just go pat it off the glass, or I mean anything, because it's all about, you know, it's all about putting it in their head to when that ball goes up, it's coming. So when Frank got that one in the first half, like I thought it was gonna be goaltending, but he met it so good. And honestly, I should have got that ball because it wasn't even out of bounds yet. But that's the emphasis. I mean, they're good, man. I mean, they're the energy that they bring, the energy that Frank's bring. Is really contagious. So I think we had 14 blocks today. We had 14 blocks. Frank had 2, Dante had 1, and Q had 1. So that's what it's about: protecting the rim, making guys, you know, when they come in there, just kind of just second guess a little bit, and that leads to missed layups, and then we have to obviously finish it off with a board, and then we get to do what we do best, and that's get out in transition.
Davion, you guys won the turnover battle tonight, 17-10, I believe. You know, I feel like that's really been a mark of Dana's teams, is getting out in transition like you were talking about. How did that help you guys, you know, re-energize the team and kind of manage and navigate some of those momentum shifts?
I mean, mine is my 4 turnovers. I don't like that. I don't like my 4 turnovers. But we only had 3 team turnovers in the second half. So that's good. I mean, that's really good. Three team turnovers in 20 minutes. I mean, that's really good. You can win a lot of games, and that's kind of what helped us, honestly, because like I said, we lost the rebounding battle. So our turnovers kind of helped us in the second half with only having 3. But man, that's what we work on in practice, is take care of the ball, being strong with it. They're not calling a lot of fouls no more in practice. That's, you know, you just got to put that in our head to be strong with it and kind of expect contact and not turn the ball over. So I don't need to have 4 turnovers no more.
Just curious, you guys talk so much about the stats and we see the product on the field, but what's been the difference maker in the locker room and how this team is connected over the past month? Because the product that we see on the floor has changed drastically in the past 30 days.
We talk about those 3 things. We have those three things on, those 3 words on the board in the film room, and it's attitude, energy, and connection. And I heard you say connected. And well, we're 10-1 in our last 11 games, right? 10-1 in our last 11 games, and that goes to the adversity that we've been through early on in the season, growing together on and off the court, learning to trust each other more, trusting the coaching staff, and like I said, continuing to grow and continue to know that no matter what, we got to have each other's backs. No matter if we're up 15, 20, or no matter if we're down 10 or down 20. So that connection part has went a long way, and I think that's why we're 10-1 in our last 11 games, and we just got to keep it going. So proud of how much we've overcome, because it's been tough, but man, we just got to just embrace each moment, embrace each other, embrace the coaching staff, embrace this season, and continue to have fun, continue to have a good attitude, positive energy, and connection all the way around, no matter the great, good or bad, and just continue to swing away.
Continue to swing away. Davion Harmon, a lot of good stuff there from the young man who had a season-high 21 points. Showed that he can take over a game. I think that's true, and he's, like he said, there's been a lot of guys that have done that for Oregon this year. You need that depth, and, well, when you've only lost one game in this calendar year, it's probably because you're doing something right and you have some depth. Now they got to keep it going. 12:30 pregame show, 1 o'clock tip at Matthew Knight Arena. Ducks, Cal Golden Bears, a team that on paper Oregon should beat. We're going to come back after this, hear a little bit about women's basketball. They are in the tournament top 16 if it started today. We'll get into that in just a little bit, but first, when we come back, Derek Radley, Oregon women's golf head coach. We're going to chat with him coming up on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
From the weight room to the classroom, on the field and off it, On Point proudly supports University of Oregon athletics because student athletes do so much more than bring us pride on game day. They bring our entire community together in Eugene and all across Oregon. So whether you're watching the game in the stadium, at home, or at your favorite local business, their success makes all of us stronger. On Point Community Credit Union. Join in. OnPointCU.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
As my family continued to grow, I realized I'd have to replace my beloved Jeep with something that has, well, more seats. I'm Jason Hines, Country Financial Rep and father of 7. Whether you're upgrading from your sporty ride with no room for a car seat or finally replacing your well-loved beater that still has a cassette player, you'll want the right protection for your new car. Work with a Country Financial Rep like me and get the protection you need at a price you can afford. Learn more at TakeSimpleSteps.com or contact a local Country representative.
You're listening to Duck Insider. Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Wow. Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Duck Insider, presented by On Point Community Credit Union. Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio. Women's golf head coach Derek Radley is here. Coach, well, hey, let's talk a little bit about the fall heading into this spring season. And we're sitting here in February, which means the golf season is back with us. How's it been going? Tell us a little bit about it.
Doing great, bud. Great to see you.
You too.
Thanks for having me always. Really excited to talk about women's golf. This fall season was outstanding. Really proud of our team. We set records. They worked hard. I told them to take a break during this past winter.
How did they listen?
Probably not as much as I would have wanted them to. They have great work ethic, but they all came back, I think, refreshed and ready to go, excited to kick off the spring season.
So tell us a little bit about what the schedule's like now, because you guys have gone through qualifying. You're going to be traveling here in the next couple days. Just take fans inside your schedule.
Yeah, really excited. So we're back in our full weeks of 20 hours a week. Working out in the weight room. Fitness is a big deal, especially as we get back into the swing of things. But just kind of checking some new equipment that we got, some of our new PXG equipment, making sure that that's fit for them. And then we got some competitive rounds underneath our belt here at home with qualifying, and again set some record scores. So really excited as a coach to see that, because if we can do it at home, hopefully we can do it while we're traveling.
How key is that? I mean, to have that confidence though, from home, going on the road. I mean, that is important, right?
Keyword confidence. That's something that is hard to teach, and they have to feel within. And so Coach Monica and I are always trying to build them up and telling them that their hard work is going to pay off.
So you guys are traveling this weekend. Monday and Tuesday, you'll be able to follow along via GolfStat, the Oregon Women's Golf social media, the Lamkin Invitational, Rancho Santa Fe, California. I've never seen this golf course. You got to tell us about
the
it.
farm. So this is the first time that actually we're bringing our ducks there. I have been there before in my previous job that I had. I was able to coach at this course, and Coach Monica actually played here when she was in college. But this is the first time we're bringing our ducks. So really excited. Great test of golf. Big greens, a lot of sloping putts. So we've been doing a lot of speed putting to hopefully minimize the 3 putts. But outstanding field right off the bat. So excited to kind of see where we shape up. And, coming off the great success we had in the fall season, I'm hoping to just kind of continue that.
To contextualize the success in the fall season, nothing but top 5 finishes, right? So consistency, right? That's really what you're looking for, and it looks like you've had that so far.
As we get into postseason come April and May, that's important. So, I preach all the time. Every time we have an opportunity to tee it up, we need to be trying to win or at least finishing towards the top half so that we're used to it. We know what that feels like come postseason, and we can give it everything we got.
Talking about postseason, looking ahead here for a second with Derek Radley. You guys are going to host the Pac-12 championships this year at Eugene Country Club.
Really
That's
excited.
Coming up in April. Just how cool is that?
Yeah, awesome. It happens once every 11 years.
Right.
So, really excited. We actually had the Pac-12 came up for a site visit the other day. Really excited. So, our team of Aaron Wasson and Jody Sykes, has been putting a lot of legwork in behind the scenes. So, going to just try to make it a great championship. They've, very thankful to have them. I call them the dream team. They ran the 2016 championship when it was here, and also they did the men's Pac-12 championship in 2019. So excited for the Pac-12 to come up and showcase Eugene Country Club and hopefully give it everything we got on our home course.
You talked about just the close proximity of hosting these big-time events. For golf fans around here, I got to tell you, this has been like the golden 6 years, right? Because you mentioned that it only comes around once every 11 years. Well, the fact that the men's and women's championships are separated by only 3 years, you're going to have another one of these in a long time. But this is kind of like the chance for a stamp on what has been, in my opinion, maybe the best era of men's and women's golf at Oregon. I need to go back and research that a little bit, but it's safe to say that you guys are enjoying some success, and, well, why not right now?
I appreciate it, bud. This, I think anytime you get to play on your home turf, which is not that often, is exciting. So hopefully that a lot of fans can come out and support us. And, the Pac-12, boy, has a lot of talent this year, as always, especially in our sport. So excited to get off and hopefully use it to our advantage.
A few different tournaments to go through in your spring season before we get to Pac-12s in April. So tell us about your roster. Just check fans in on where everybody's at. What do you like? What do you see from your team?
So our senior, we have one lone senior this year, Zahan Lin. Her English name is Heather. Boy, Heather had just a record-setting fall. She averaged 71.67 for us.
Pretty good.
And has really kind of stepped into that senior role and that leadership that we need. After that, we got a bunch of juniors with great experience. So Sophie Kibbsgard-Nielsen, who actually just won our qualifier this past weekend. She shot 14 under par.
And hit a hole-in-one, I saw.
And had a hole-in-one, yes.
How often does that happen? Tell me the truth.
Once a week.
Really?
No.
I was going to say,
No.
God. Whew. Okay.
No. I don't know what number that was for Sophie.
How many do you see over the course of one season from your team in practice?
I would say at least one, maybe 2, 3 would kind of be a lot.
So 3 is the over.
Yeah,
okay.
I would say 3 is the over.
All right,
so,
set that over under at 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're halfway there.
We're halfway there.
That's cool though. I was just curious. When I saw on social media that she had hit the hole-in-one, I went, God, I wonder, because that never happens to me.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay, I'm gonna help your golf lingo.
Ooh. Help me.
Made a hole-in-one.
Made a hole-in-one.
Yeah, you got it.
I can't say hey, she hit a hole-in-one.
No, it's
but
a
that's
little weird.
But she hit the ball.
She did. Hit the ball and made a hole.
All right, made a hole-in-one.
I got you. You're good.
See, this is why. This is the baseball player.
That's it. It's the
right?
baseball.
And the baseball swing. This is why I stay away from these things. But aced a hole, right?
There you go. Aced it. There you go.
See, I got it right. Oh, God, I got it right the first time. Well, I was just curious. That's kind of cool. Continue though with your roster.
Yes. So Sophie's great, looking stronger than ever. Really taking fitness to it's very serious, which is good. So. Brianna Chacon, another junior for us. Really excited about Brianna, and some exciting news. For the first time ever in our program's history, we have a Duck that is going to compete in the Augusta Ladies Women's Amateur Championship.
All right.
So Brianna Chacon has been invited to play at Augusta National this April.
Cool.
And has officially accepted the invitation. And I am honored that she had asked me to caddy for her. So I will be out there with Brianna in April in the all-white jumpsuit.
But you're a veteran of that.
Yes.
So, I mean, good choice, Brianna. Good choice.
Yeah, really excited. So that's going to take place in April. Chin Soo Chen, CCT, really excited. She's been working so hard. You know, CCT has really become our steady Eddie. And somebody that we can really rely on to always post a good score. And then our new transfer, Brittany Shin, has really made big progress since the fall, has gotten a lot stronger and really bought into what we're doing here. So excited to see what Brittany could do this spring. And then sophomore, Shin-Yu Liu, Cynthia. Man, Cynthia's just so talented, coming off of shooting 17 under par to start off the fall season at Vanderbilt this past September. So really excited to see what she can do. And then our freshman, Bailey Hamrickson from up the road in Medford. Bailey's been an awesome addition, just a wonderful young lady, and has fit right in from a culture standpoint. So we got a great group of 7, and Coach Mo and I are really excited to see what we can do.
So you guys are going to be in action all spring. We'll have some check-ins over the course of the spring with Coach Derek Radley talking women's golf. I do need to ask you a little bit about something else in the future.
Okay.
The Jake.
Yes.
So tell us about your new facility. Ground will break here in the coming months. The announcement, though, if you haven't seen it, you can read about it on GoDucks.com. Awesome state-of-the-art facility, just another one, and it's going to benefit both the men's and women's golf teams.
So excited, so thankful. Really led by our DAF, Justin Fisher, H.J. Cohen, and thankful Rob Mullins is kind of giving the green light to this project. Casey Martin and I, this has always really been a dream of ours. I think his longer than mine because he's been here longer.
Sure.
And was mine as well once I started here with Coach Monica, but just so excited to provide this for our student athletes. And, we've always, I would say, been a Duck family and called ourselves that, and just really thankful to have a place to call home.
Tell us about what went into the design of it, because I know that you and Coach Martin both were involved in the process.
Yeah, so golf technology has come a long way. So really just kind of trying to maximize, our covered areas and indoor areas, but man, now it's amazing what you can do with golf technology, with TrackMan and simulators, putting, and just it's crucial to the success of your team and making sure that we are providing them with the latest in golf instruction technology. So, and the cool thing is, we try to wanted to make it really give it that Oregon feel of there's going to be a fire pit in the back there where student athletes can hang out, lounge area there where we can just kind of hang and watch TV, watch Golf Channel, watch other Oregon sports and cheer on and just kind of hang our hats and have a place to call home.
And shout out to Emerald Valley too, because that's where
shout out to Emerald Valley. Extremely thankful, and Jim Pliska and his team out there, and there's so much land back there, and it really is going to be a playground for us to go out and improve every day.
State-of-the-art facility, it's what Oregon does, and
very thankful.
That's pretty cool. I love it. I think that it's a great next step for the Oregon golf programs, and it helps in recruiting. Let's not kid ourselves, right?
It does, big time. Because that's one of the first questions I get is, because a lot of these other programs have that. So. Very thankful also for Peter Jacobson and his wife, Jan, to really step up and help in this fundraising portion of it. And Peter's just a wealth of knowledge and just loves the Ducks, him and his wife. So it was only fitting to call it the Jake, and very excited to honor him. And he's already been back there and looking at the, kind of staking out with Casey and I, coming up with ideas and imagining. And to see pictures now of it is just so exciting for myself and Casey to really see it come to life.
He's celebrating 2 golf alums, right?
2,
he
that's
and
right.
his wife both played golf here at Oregon, which has been a great connection.
Yes.
Well, I'm really looking forward to it. We'll have to have you on when ground is broken.
Sounds
right? I mean, that's important. And Casey Martin, we're going to talk with him about it coming up in the coming months as well. Coach, I could keep you for 2 hours. Thanks for always taking the time. Do we miss anything? What else should fans know?
Just excited to see what this spring season holds. I mean, it's a long season for us. We play a lot. We miss a lot of school, but thankfully they're great in academics. And, just gear up for that April 18th through the 20th, I would say, when we're out at Eugene Country Club for the Pac-12 Championship. So hope to see a lot of people there and come out and bring that support that you do for the other sports.
I'll be walking the course.
Appreciate it, bud.
We're also we have a crazy idea that I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
We want to follow you and Coach Mo around with a camera.
Okay.
Just for an entire round. It could be a practice round.
Okay.
But you're going to have to just take us through your process. And we want to see the personality because I know you. I know that there's going to be some shenanigans throughout the course of a round. Is that a fair assessment?
We will have to duly note that we'll be mic'd.
Yes, that's right.
But I would love that. That would be great to kind of give everybody an inside look at what goes on in golf. And
so selfishly, Scott and I just want to be able to go out on the course with you,
done.
And we're just going to take the day to do
That's
that.
what it is.
So,
Okay.
But hey, we think that it could end up being a pretty cool thing. So coming soon to a social media near you, I guess. How
That's
about
a great idea. Done.
All right, Derek Radley, Oregon Women's Golf head coach. Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for helping us make a hole-in-one today.
You got it. Nailed it.
Thank you.
I see what you did there.
Well, I'm coachable.
Yeah.
If there's one thing, I'm coachable. When we come back, Oregon softball season started last night with a tremendous performance in the circle. We're going to talk about that next on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Shadow Hills Country Club, our all-inclusive event pricing allows us to take care of all of the details while you enjoy your event. Our wedding garden, expansive grounds, ballroom, and meeting rooms can accommodate any size event and come complete with full catering and service staff. From weddings to business and social events, Shadow Hills offers the benefits of a resort atmosphere and the peace of a country setting just minutes from downtown Eugene. For more details, call us today or go to shadowhillsevents.com.
Money isn't interested in the fact that you dream of going to Greece. And it doesn't pace at night wondering how you'll pay for braces 3 times. The point is, money without people is just money. Only people can use it to run the family ranch, buy their first house, or adopt a happy old dog. To us, the powerful thing about money isn't money at all. It's helping you harness the power of yours. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
This is Duck Insider, presented by On Point Community Credit Union on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, son. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating without a compass, eyes waiting, started to wonder. Metamorphosis, the loss of who you thought you was.
When your kid can't find the language, help them find the lyrics. Listen to the Sound It Out album and get tips and tools to start a conversation at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Back on Nugget Cider, presented by On Point Community Credit Union. Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio. Currently 4-0 Oregon in the 6th inning right now. Oregon softball continuing to go to work with their season. Last night it was a great start for Oregon softball. We're going to get to that in a second. First, though, our Toyota Women's Sports Schedule Spotlight. The top 16 seeds for women's basketball revealed. No shocker, South Carolina, Stanford, NC State, Louisville. That's your top 4. Arizona's at number 6, and then it's Oregon checking in at number 16. That's after, of course, a rough road trip to the Arizona schools, but boy, did they exercise that demon against Washington State. A program record for field goal percentage defense and the second fewest points that Oregon's ever allowed in a game. Pretty impressive. But now the Ducks have to keep it going with a matchup with who other than Oregon State. The Ducks will have to kind of defend that number 16 seed tonight in Corvallis. 7:30 pregame with Terry Johns, 8 o'clock tip on Pac-12 Network on Friday. And then the rivalry continues at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Great lead-in for that. I guess there's some big football game happening on Sunday. 1 o'clock, Terry Johns and Bev Smith will have the call on Sunday with a 12:30 pregame show. Get your tickets at Matthew Knight Arena. Softball last night, McKenna Clee-Thermos was outstanding. A complete game shutout, tied a career high with 15 strikeouts. The offense jumped out early. Ducks won it 3-0. They had 10 hits, but they did leave 10 runners left on base. Felt like the offense could have capitalized a little bit more often. The Ducks did not have Rachel Sid or Jasmine Williams in this game. We'll find out more from Coach Lombardi, I'm sure, coming up as the lineups get worked out throughout the weekend. But boy, Coach Lombardi, I think she was happy with where things were post-game.
All right, Coach Lombardi, first game of the year, season opener. Great win, great performance on the mound and all around, really.
Yes, definitely. I thought McKenna threw an unbelievable game for us. She struck out 15. Just really did a great job of, taking care of business on the mound. I loved how we scored a couple runs early in the game and then got that third one a little bit later.
Coach, 10 hits on the night, too, and aggressive on the bases. Did you like seeing that?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're going to be aggressive on the bases all year. I like the amount of hits. We just had opportunity where we needed to cash in, and we didn't cash in.
How about Paige Sinicki coming up, her first at bat, 2-out hit? That's clutch.
Yes, her first collegiate bat coming out with a base hit, 2 RBIs was awesome. Watching her lay down the bunt for a hit, she's a gamer. And then stolen base, so just love how she plays.
What are some of the other things you liked about your team tonight?
I thought they stayed poised. I could feel a little nerves. This is our first game, but I liked how they stayed poised, and they did enough. We did enough. 3 was the number that we needed tonight, and we got it.
Yeah. What moving on to tomorrow? A busy day tomorrow and Saturday. What you would like to see moving forward? Just
cashing in. We constantly have runners on. We need to cash in and score those runs.
Cashing in. That's what the Ducks are doing, and it looks like at 4-0, now 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th for Oregon against CSUN. They've got a full schedule ahead for Oregon softball. We'll keep you updated live in the 1 o'clock hour. It's doubleheader against CSUN today. And then the Ducks are going to play early on Saturday, 9 a.m. against UC San Diego, and then right after they're going to play Loyola Marymount. The Ducks looking to move to 5-0 on the weekend. We'll see if they're able to do it. Jordan Dale got the start here in this one today. We'll talk with Coach Lombardi to recap the entire weekend on the show on Tuesday of next week. When we come back, look at the rest of the schedule for Oregon Athletics. It is a busy weekend and also a peek ahead to Oregon men's basketball. A couple big ones on this 3-game homestand. That's all to come on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
After 2 years of construction, my wife and I finally moved into our dream home. So when a bathtub fixture broke, causing major water damage, I was glad we had the home insurance protection we needed. How do you know your home is protected? Talk to a Country Financial rep like me, Nick Simon. We can help you understand your options and select coverages to meet your needs. Then if something happens to your home, you won't have any surprises. Need the right coverage for your home but not sure where to start? Visit TakeSimpleSteps.com or contact a local Country representative.
From the weight room to the classroom, on the field and off it, On Point proudly supports University of Oregon athletics because student athletes do so much more than bring us pride on game day. They bring our entire community together in Eugene and all across Oregon. So whether you're watching the game in the stadium, at home, or at your favorite local business, their success makes all of us stronger. On Point Community Credit Union. Join in. OnPointCU.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
More Duck Insider coming up on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
What is dedication?
My daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Duck Insider presented by On Point Community Credit Union. Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio. I mentioned Oregon softball. They're in action after their season-opening win last night. They're going to play today, and also for Oregon track and field, they're out in Chicago, so you'll be able to follow along with Oregon track and field today and tomorrow. The Windy City. And I love the name of it. It's the Windy City Invitational. Like, sometimes you can overthink these tournament names. Like, we're in the profession of we try to be maybe too cute with our captions and our titles. The Windy City Invitational. It's perfect. So Oregon track and field over the course of the next couple days, you're going to see a lot from them. We've been trying to work out a time to talk with Robert Johnson. I think we're going to get him on the show next week just to talk about where the Ducks are at after what has been, I think, a good start to the indoor season for the Ducks. The indoor season's always interesting to me because it comes at you so fast after the holiday break, and then it seems like it concludes very quickly because it's in early March when we're talking about NCAA championships. That's a month away. NCAA championships for indoor track and field. You get limited amounts of opportunities to try to qualify, but so far the Ducks have done a nice job, at least from what I've been able to gather. They have done a nice job qualifying a few individuals for the various events that they want to have some national contenders in. Oregon men's tennis, it's match day against Northwestern here today, and Oregon women's tennis will be in action also at the Student Tennis Center against Eastern Washington today. We'll have more on that coming up over the course of the weekend, and it's pretty cool for Oregon lacrosse. If you didn't get a chance to watch our mic'd up practice from the Oregon lacrosse social media, do yourself a favor, watch it. Chelsea Hoffman, head coach for Oregon lacrosse, is just awesome. Scott and I had a great time out at lacrosse practice. I encourage you to check it out as they get ready to take on George Mason. Kind of a cool connection. That's Coach Hoffman's alma mater. That's a noon start on Saturday at Pape Field. And I know it's right up against when the men's basketball team is going to be playing at 1 o'clock. I wish that I could tell you there was an easy way to do the doubleheader. There isn't. Hopefully you're just going to be able to tune into both of them one way or another. Going to be on the Oregon live stream for Oregon lacrosse, and then Oregon men's basketball at 1 o'clock at Matthew Knight Arena with a 12:30 pregame show here on the Oregon Sports Network, Pac-12 Network for the television broadcast. Speaking of tennis, Pepperdine is also in town for Oregon men's tennis coming up this weekend, and then Oregon women's tennis will play Portland. So we've got double headers at the Student Tennis Center with both programs playing both today and on Sunday. Best of luck to Nils Schielander, who, by the way, talking about the men's tennis squad for just a second, a really awesome feature on GoDucks.com today talking about some off-the-court stuff for one of his individuals in Joshua Charlton. I encourage you to check it out. Really awesome piece from Mose. And Oregon women's tennis then with Courtney Nagel and her squad in action. It's a busy weekend. It's a really busy weekend. Oregon women's golf, we alluded to it with Coach Radley. They're in action Monday and Tuesday of next week. Quick public service announcement. Monday is Valentine's Day. The Ducks have a date with the Cougars. 6 o'clock for Oregon men's basketball on Monday. We'll recap it all before that game, though, on Duck Insider on Monday. Jordan Brenner and I are off to baseball practice. 1 week away from Oregon baseball. Gotta love it. Go Ducks!
These are the sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council